Welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 17th of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe. This week sees the Sun travel into the 12th Zodiac sign, the sign of Pisces on Wednesday. But also on Sunday we have a fabulous new moon. A new moon which is going to be fired up by the energies of Mars. But Mars is also going to be forging a tremendous angle with Uranus this week, which is a very positive but also very fast moving energy. And the Sun's going to join in with that by the time it achieves that new moon on Sunday. So although it's a watery new moon in the sign of Pisces, also mutable, shifting around, I do think it's going to bring a lot of passion to bear. And particularly when we can listen to our instincts but act them out in a more tangible way, which comes from the energy of Mars being in the sign of Capricorn, where it is exalted. But the other really good piece of news this week is that Saturn and Pluto now start to inch apart. They've been broadly within 3 degrees for around about a year, and of course came into that big connection on the 12th of January where they were exactly conjunct. But now Saturn starts to step forwards. It will move into the sign of Aquarius on the 22nd of March. So that will, depending on your natal chart, provide some relief, or it could be that Saturn's going to move on to a critical point, like it joins up with my Sun for those 4 months that it is in Aquarius. But what I would say to you is that I feel that the intensity of the transit between Saturn and Pluto is going to start to lessen now, and that's something that we can all appreciate. Now, of course, this week also sees Mercury go into a retrograde. But Mercury has actually been in its shadow, both in the sign of Aquarius on the 2nd of February, and since the 3rd, when it moved into Pisces, right through till this week. But obviously we do need to be sure that we're being very mindful about how we control documents, communications, and there could be some kind of unreliability around a trusted appliance or even device that perhaps has been something that's always there, we're using constantly in our everyday world. Mercury being the ruling planet of Gemini, which is very much about the everyday world. Your specific forecast, Gemini, shows that the planet of passion, Mars, has moved into just about the most passionate area and is going to be there for 6 weeks. What do you really want from your closest alliances is a question you may ask yourself during this transit. And also it can make you much keener to improve your financial circumstances. And with Saturn starting to separate from Pluto pretty well from the start of this week, I think if there has been a sense that the handbrake's been on around your resources, now you can get much more entrepreneurial in terms of improving things. Also, Mercury goes into a retrograde, your ruler in your sector of work and responsibility. And with the Sun moving into this area, but forging a fantastic new moon on Sunday, if you do need to refocus your hopes, goals and ambitions for the next month, this is a fabulous time to do so. Just bear in mind that Pisces is very much to do with instinct. And because of the fire that comes from the energy of Mars, which links into the new moon, and also the more erratic and restless energy of Uranus, which also links in very positively, it could be that you get a gut feeling coming from the energy of Pisces that comes up in an unexpected way. Uranus, perhaps someone reminds you of something, and there's an old talent that can be reshaped or remodeled in a new way that can actually be very good for your financial situation going forwards. Now, because Mercury is going backwards, the potential for crosswires is obviously there. So if you are reaching out, applying for jobs, revising your CV, talking to anyone in a position of influence, going through a process of training, it is going to be important to make sure that you micromanage all of this to make sure that nothing goes awry. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign and embrace personal astrology and understand what makes you tick beyond just where your sun's located, please see the link beneath this video where you can order your personal character analysis and also your 12-month forecast, and also achieve a 30% discount, or you can choose to have a one-to-one personal consultation with me. But for now, good luck and goodbye.